Alright, everyone, we are back with some more Rome 2 on the beautiful city of Alexandria, attacking on a side that I'm not a fan of, I'll be honest with you guys. I do not like attacking on this side. I guess with just one artillery piece I can see you doing it, but I've always preferred if you can get two artillery pieces, this spot is far better to attack for the attackers, because it gives you a lot of open space that with artillery they can't really reinforce too well. Because you'll shoot them if they try to glump up, and then you get your men through, and you break through. Of course, the one thing to watch out for is the defenders can actually put their troops right there, which is fun. But we have a beautiful 3v3. On defense, we have Carthage, Pontus, and Massilia. And on attack, we have Galatia, Seleucid, and Rome. Brutal fight. See how it goes. I feel like attackers always tend to have more trouble on this side because of the choke points, but we'll see. I mean, they got heavy hitters. They have Legionnaires, and they have, well, just fucking Rome. Legionnaires and Legionnaires, basically. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let's get into it.
Courage, men! Do not let your hearts be gripped with fear, for these walls are strong, and they must come to us. God's willing, we will weather this storm, and we will answer hate with hate.
I've seen graveyard whores 3 days dead, with more about them than you.
Holy shit, that last comment. That is a great one. Holy. Oh, man, I love these speeches and the little comments. Oh, they're always fun. Yeah, let's see what we've got here. Seleucid definitely pushing through the center. Yeah, ooh, interesting. Initial push here. What is it? The Cappadocian Cavalry. But I don't know how much you're going to do to an Armored Legionnaire. And also, I think you're on large sizes. Yeah. They're not at full size, is another thing. Yep, 90 on the archers, 120 on the infantry. Yeah. The issue with the Cappadocian Cavalry is you're not going to do much to the Armored Legionnaires. It's the one thing I hate more than anything about lighter cavalry is how poorly they do against heavy infantry. Because that's a heavy cav to a very heavy. That's why. If you're fighting something that was heavy or medium, you would have crushed it. And that's something to always remember, especially when it comes to even comes to shock cav. I don't know if you know it, but the steppe lancers from Chimeria are a lighter shock cav. I ran them into Roman units. They did not get a peel of volley off. I lost more steppe lancers than they lost infantry. Just one thing to always note, I think. That's not going to go very well. I think these units are not going to be able to do much. That one could have. But I think they're too spread out. They're too tied up. These units are just lost. They're not going to be able to get anything they want. You got an auxiliary cavalry, and that's nice. I prefer the Socii Equitae Extraordinare. But I guess if you're using this for anti-cav, that would be the better choice. Yeah, that Cappadocian's dead. That one's pretty much dead. I don't imagine that noble horse taking too much in losses, yeah. With that, we got boys on the wall. You're leading with Armored Legionnaires and Hastati? Okay. Doesn't look like they're getting up. They got the artillery piece down. Honestly, get up on the wall, secure that gate, especially because you can see no one's here. Take that wall. Take that wall, either force them to go up, which they're probably not going to do, or silence the tower and get that on your side, because right now you're just letting the tower shoot. Some of the units they're shooting at are your boys. Let's go, Levy Freeman. 16 kills, let's go. They did their job. They did their duty. Yeah, but seriously, you need to get up onto the wall so you can secure it. There's no artillery to defend against. All you're doing is gonna let your allies get shot. You need to get on the wall. There you go. I'll be honest, I'm not too pissed about that because this wall is finicky. It might be a bit difficult for them to get people on it. Also, right, because they're not on full sizes. Those towers just moved themselves. But first blood goes to the attackers with that cavalry charge. They were able to do more. I mean, it looks like they just got, yeah, they got blitzed down on their way up. I don't know why you would have led with Armored Legionnaires. I think that's a bad misplay. You had Estadi you could have utilized. Why are you sending that unit of Armored Legionnaires in alone? Yeah, they're better than Italians, but Italians are just gonna wreck them. Ooh, Libyan Peltis. Let's go. Love Libyan Peltis. Yep, that's exactly what I expected to happen. You need to get your Estadi in there. Do not stand your unit there. You need to get that Histadi in. You also need more men, because then these guys can just go in and do the same thing. I think they committed the assault too early. Yeah. And they're in formation attack. Ah. Question is who breaks first. There you go, taking that. Alright. Yeah, that does happen. It breaks the wall. Do you have an artillery piece you can use to shoot it? Galatia does. Galatia can shoot it down. But, of course, Rome is winning this fight. They are just Italians here. That Libyan probably could turn the tide. Did you just kill your own guys? Yeah, you did. You're a monster, Seleucid. You're a monster. Good victory here. That means the Armored Legionnaires are probably going to win that fight. What do we got up on the wall? Hillman? Yeah, Hillman versus the Celtic. The Celtic's going to win that fight. Especially with tower support. Hoplites there. One thing you can do is get those Celtics up here and get them around, crush them for less casualties, but not needed. Legionnaires are just sitting there. They're going to be charged next by the Thorax, and the Thorax should be able to provide the victory there. Yep. 5 kills immediately because of the Javelins, because they're not Roman. Mercenary nakeds into the flank. Ooh, nice play. Silencing the levies. You could probably continue up on that. You probably did not need to do the frenzy charge. Once this breaks, you can continue the charge. No, don't bring the Libyans up. You don't need the Libyans up here. You just opened yourself up. Okay. I hope Massilia notices because his flank is now open. Ooh, let's hope that Colosseum does not break, by the way. That's going to be brutal if it does. But you see what I mean? Like, you can start to hold them in particular spots. You need the Galatia, you need your artillery to break that wall down right now. If you can break down this section of wall, you've got your boys in. Of course, you can't anymore because the Seleucids are so close to there. Another reason why I hate this side, by the way. But see what I mean? Like, he just opened himself up. The Libyans could have held here. Carthage could have just held here, and it would have been a very good position to have. But now the Romans have a gap into the back line. So now everyone's going to have to scramble to move their backline defenses in and try to retake the choke point. And the issue with this choke point being taken is, guess what? Guess what the attackers can do? Tighten up and get right into here. Right into the enemies. Flip around, get attacked and rear penalty, flip around, hit those ranged. That's what I would do, especially with those guys on formation attack. Legionnaires, get right into there. Thin up, right through there. Bring the Galatian swords too. You have enough hold in there. And you can crush them. Oh my gosh, what is this defense on the inside? Oh, I'm actually hating the defenders on this one. I'm sorry, Norwegian. I know this was your fight, but God, I hate this defense right now. I think the defenders left a lot to be desired. I don't know why you're not going in. You have the opportunity to go in and get around, and you're just refusing. Do it. Free your men up. Break them down so you can get in. There you go. You got some infantry right there. That was impressive as a full man dying. A full unit dying. Why are you doing that? You don't need that. You don't need more men into this fight. I guess you do need more men into this fight. But you needed to get around. If you got around, it would have been far more useful. Yeah. If you're going to fire it at ranged, use a standard shot. I'll tell you that right now. It's more accurate. Less spread. Yeah, this is just the defense of the inner city. Yeah. Honestly, Galatia could have silenced all their ranged ages ago. But he chose not to. He chose not to silence the range. He chose not to deal with the flank. The defenders are able to hold out longer than they should be able to in this position. Yeah, they're forced to put in naked swords in, like, gosh. Sacred Band moving up nice. Assuming that's a gap, yeah. That thorax is about to die. Good play with the nakeds. That was a bad play with the nakeds right there. You do not put Frenzy Charge in so close because it stops your charge. So now they don't have much of a charge. Now they're still going to win because of the buff stats. But you had far less in charge damage as you would have. At that point, you don't utilize it. Now he's using a lot. He's not even doing the gap properly. Gosh. This is a waste of ammo that didn't need to be done from the attackers. The attackers could have got through without that much ammo being used. Gosh, there's still so much back here.
Advance at speed! Forward, warriors of Carthage!
I don't know how I feel about this, man. Assuming you went in when that was, yeah, when that wasn't neutralized. But it is neutralized now. Even fight. He breaks through, that would be pretty good. Good job with the Massilians. With the Thoreos. That's exactly how you want to handle it. Alright, this unit's ineffective and out of ammo. Stop shooting at it.
Advance at speed!
Okay. Where are you going to move the elephants in? That's the question, because I don't think it would be a good idea to move elephants in right now. You don't have anywhere that's not going to run through your own men.
Ride them down!
Alright, there you go. Keep going. Hey, look how many of his own men he ran over. Let's hope they don't go berserk, because if they go berserk, then your front line's dead. There you go. Yep, getting stock up. If you got in, nice. Okay, nice hits. That's going to be some good work with the Elephantes. Yeah. Elephants are going to wreak a bloody toll. Probably the best play here, and that's a perfect spot for them to go berserk. That is a perfect spot for them to be berserk. Keep them going berserk. Perfect attackers. This is what the defenders want. Honestly, you want the elephants to go berserk because it does not have penalties for morale when they're in the enemy formation like this. They're at 203. And they're not going to get much more. Yeah, 200 kills. But to be honest, those kills that they got, I mean, what, Triarii, a bunch of archers. Yeah, that was big. Yeah, they broke through here too. Not fast enough to be able to help to the other attackers, which they could have been. That's a minor issue. I'm just harping on it because I'm a nitpicker. That's a waste of ammo there. I mean, honestly, if I was Celtics at this point, pull that infantry back. Let the hoplite hold there. Just pull out. What a waste of ammo right there. I don't know what's happening there. I don't think the elephants will have done enough, but they did definitely hamper a lot of the ranged.
Double time!
Yeah, you gotta hold here to keep the Sicker Band fighting. The Sicker Band's gonna hold for ages, but they're getting shot on the side. Ooh. Honestly, at this point, throw on heavy shot. If you're not using it. Because you have no enemies to fight here, and you can just tear through the Sacred Band. Because I believe that you have, yeah, you definitely have enough range for heavy shot here. And I'll tear through the infantry unit. Interesting, you let the hoplite pull back. I wouldn't have done that.
Break them!
Yeah. Honestly, if he broke this wall, would have been a lot easier for you to get in because you could have started cutting this way. More nitpicking. Let's see. Royal Peltis here. I mean, they're killing it, but they're getting shot. What you want to do, I mean, that's an elite unit. I hate Royal Peltist, I'll be honest with you. I've never liked Royal Peltist. And I know a lot of people do, but I'd rather prefer to have a Silver Shield Swordsman. I just think they're better as an infantry unit. Alright, you're through. Start funneling in. Push this way. Start pushing this way. Go, get in. Go, Galatia. Oh, look at that. They got a little Galatian sword chasing down an enemy. Those are actually Eastern archers with ammo. Interesting. You should have forced that unit in so you could cut them up behind. Why are you still in shield wall? You could have cut them to pieces in there. Yeah, this is gonna be just a Carthage's noble fighters need to move back. Oh, this is just going to be an inner keep fight. Or inner, or capital point fight. There's so much infantry there. God. This is going to be a grind. Oh gosh, I'm not ready for this grind fest. Honestly, cavalry, rotate them. If you get your because they still have their generals. It's a Massilian cavalry and a General's bodyguard is even more useless in this. By the way, I want the attackers to win, if you didn't know, because they do have a general's bodyguard. No matter how many misplays they make, the attackers are going to need to win. That's the case. Bring the Galatian general. You can bring the Roman general, and then the auxiliary cavalry. Bring them on a flank. Start maneuvering them over to here. You have a Galatian sword already. Get 1 or 2 more pieces of infantry, and you can just fully surround them, isolate, and start to crush them at all sides. They have all their defenses in the front. If you force some of their defenses back, you'll do some real damage. Yeah, those mercenary noble fighters are going to cut down infantry. So Lucan's looking relatively healthy. Rome's looking fairly healthy. Galatia's looking healthy. But so are the defenders, to be honest. I just don't know what the play is. Oh, I know why they're doing that. Well, actually, those are 2 Bronze Shield pikemen. I guess just trying to hide those for as long as possible. I love Bronze Shield pikemen. It's a pity that Carthage had to bring a general's bodyguard. God damn it. Listen, if you're to fight for something, you need to fight for the true town center right here. The library, or the lighthouse of Alexandria itself. Oh, well, bye-bye, Massilian Thorax. Yeah. Except now you're caught up. Nope, now there's no retreat for you, buddy. Oh gosh, you're losing so many men. Oh, that poor Massilian. That was not a controlled retreat. Forced to move the Bronze Shield up. Yep, Galatia's doing exactly what they need to do. Start to put pressure at all sides. I would start moving the cavalry around. The Massilian cavalry is forced around, but if you put the cavalry here... you know what? It's relatively... It is moving over. Okay. Galatia, get your general over here. Why are you outside of the wall still, though? Do you have control of the gate? Okay, you do have control of the gate, but you should have brought them in so you could have responded. Honestly, I don't know what's going to win, the auxiliary or the Massilian. I guess the Massilian just because of the numbers. But if that Massilian cavalry gets damaged, they'd have no real cavalry. No, they do. They have a Pontic Royal cavalry. So they're still fine, even if they lose that Massilian cavalry. How's this grind going? Hoplites, full strength hoplite against all these guys. I mean, the Legionnaires will win. It's just going to take time. If they can maneuver a few more units over this way, they could probably break through here. I wouldn't really bother this way or this way unless you have cavalry, which they do. I would get one of the cavalry units to go this way, another one to go this way, because you don't know what's there. I would not move the auxiliary in alone. You know that they have to have cavalry generals, and you don't know what they have. Or at least one of them has to have a cavalry general. Yep, there you go. You see the Massilian. Assuming, yeah, the auxiliary is not going to get the charge off. Poor auxiliary. Yeah, I don't like having to see the general's bodyguard. Yeah, auxiliary is getting crushed. Lost one man, and they've killed 12. Still grinding. I mean, these guys have no backline. Get what? You have a bunch of infantry here. Get a healthy unit of infantry, along with some injured ones. Get them up on this wall, and move them down here. Force the ranged back. Can't let the range sit comfortably like that. Oh no, a general's bodyguard. Honestly, Galatia, just fucking crush them. Pay attention, hit them. Yes. I only got 8 kills on a charge. You gotta be against an injured unit. God. Honestly, if it was a noble cavalry, they could have crushed that, moved right into the Galatian Legionnaires, crushed that as well. Ugh. But they were forced back. Yep, his general's coming in. This is it. Move that infantry up. Move the infantry assaults up. They have nothing here. What are you being scared of? Galatian Legionnaires. There we go. Galatian Legionnaires. You crush them. Infantry moving up. Yep, full assault. This is what you need. Do not sit there. Do not sit there, attackers. You need to commit into this fight. Now. If you can break this, that's what you need. You need to get to your infantry that's stuck over there before they can get reinforcements. Uh-oh. Get into the Massilian cavalry. Yep. Oh, pikemen. Nice pullback. Okay, that's what you need. There you go. Committed to the fight. Thorax sword getting crushed. That's going to get crushed, and then the back is open. Yep. And there goes that thorax. This is going to be the downfall right here. I'm going to tell you that right now. The attacker's going to win because of that side. Hoplites are finally dropping. I mean, great use of the tower, or the building. There's just so many men in the fucking inner keep. I hate, or it's not even inner keep, town center. Just hate it, man. Yeah. Yep, look at that. That unit's being forced to flee, but they're getting chased down. They're getting cut down the whole way back. Keep advancing with this unit. That Massilian's gonna drop. If you pull, you need to pull the other infantry with you. Come on. Come on, come on. There you go. Yep, there we go. Defense is crushing. Bam, bam, bam. They're getting caught up in every angle. Get Rome to get those Triarii right into here. Nope, didn't get them. This is the breakthrough that was needed. They do not have the infantry to support this. Send another Galatian unit right into here. No, don't send them that way. Do not send them towards the Bronze Shield pikemen. Send them around through this gap right here. It's what you need. Overload them. Rome, you need to move up. God. Honestly, what's pissing me off is the reaction time of some of the attackers. They need to move. They are allowing the defenders to rebuild up their defenses. When you have a breakthrough like that, aggression is key. Because you need to continue to be able to push and exploit a gap. Push them further and further back until you hit the wall. They were not hitting that wall. You have an open corridor. Whoops. You still have an open corridor. Right here. Why are they not using it? Why do they not go in? Why are they trying to bash their heads against the pikes? Why are they not surrounding this unit that's isolated out? See what I'm talking about? Like, there's just so many positions these guys could take advantage of. You need to take advantage of it before they win this fight and they can bring that hoplite around. What are you doing? Why are you giving up this position? Why are you allowing Carthage to push back out? Oh my gosh. This is actually a frustrating-ass battle to watch. I'm sorry to all you guys. Why? Why are... Oh god, you allowed them to get a unit of infantry. Here. They were not there for minutes. You could have got into the enemy backline. Caused a ton of damage. But no, you refused to. Now they have a Pontic here. The Pontic's not even faced the right direction. That full-strength Legionnaire could line up here, get into that Pontic, and still do a ton of damage. Are you scared about the charge there? You could have got the charge earlier. Why are you just sitting there? Why are you not surrounding the Carthaginians? Why are you allowing them to just fight head-on? You have opportunities to surround these guys in multiple positions, and you're not doing it. Now you react to the... Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Now you react, now that Pontus react? What is with this goddamn micro? Listen, if it wasn't for the General Bodyguard, I would be cheering for the Defenders for this shit show that they performed. I also don't know how this Royal Peltis got that far through. But I mean, the writing's on the wall. It's going to be attacker victory. They don't have the infantry. They don't have the infantry in the end to break through. Yep. Now they can just position the pikes. Look at that. He still hasn't... What? The dude's not even looking at the screen, man. Galatia's just not looking. Okay? Look at that. The entire time that infantry was in there was no attack in rear. Because they refused to attack it in rear. Yeah, of course they're going to do this now. You had the opportunity earlier to take them. But you refused to do so. You had 2 healthy units you could have pushed through that gap and still had men to reinforce. But yet you didn't do that. You waited till the infantry was positioned. Then you let them bait you in and crush you. Because you're not looking at your goddamn screen. Oh my god. Great job with the Noble Fighters, though. They've been killing here, but yeah, this is the end. Oh. Why are you pulling back? Why? Bro. Yeah, you're down to 17 men. If you had a proper shot, Kev, probably would have done real wonders. Oh look, he's actually exploiting a gap. This is a fucking miracle, except he can't properly exploit a gap. You can get your men through there. There's literally no one there. Nope, you're going to allow the infantry to get back into position first. Fuck my life, man. Galatia. There you go. So Luca doing a mass push in. Exactly what you need. No need to engage the hoplites in mass. Is that a Praetorian? Yes, it is. 272. Let's go. That's a bad micro on that side with the bronze shield. Yeah, this is just gonna fall. Yep, just condense, condense, condense. That's a proper thing right there. Now the attack and rear penalties hit. I mean, yeah, just crush those ranged. Do what you can. Yep, General Versluke is able to get in. They're now able to overwhelm this spot. They just don't have the infantry. They're trying to pull back, but pulling back is just death. As you can see, those bronze shields are just getting cut down. The General's bodyguard cannot kill a fucking mercenary Syrian, man. Why don't you just move out here? You don't need to help support them in this fight. Get out of that fight. Prepare for the charge that's about to hit you. Please. Please, Galatia. Please, Galatia. Pay attention. Pay attention. Oh my fucking god, man. I don't know if he fell asleep and he's... No, because the AI can actually respond to attacks. I mean, still a hoplite there. Bro. Like, I don't have anything more to say. That unit was there the whole time, I want you to know. That he could have, at any point, charged at that and saved his men. But no, he didn't. Because he's fine. He's fine to let those mine... Are the attackers... Are the defenders actually going to win? Because Galatia is being retarded. And he's one of the healthiest armies out there. What are you... Why are you chasing like this? Dude, buddy, you cannot overcommit like... Oh my... See... There you go. Honestly, if it wasn't for the Pontus Cav, they would have lost more. They would have probably lost more than 2 on that. Why are you charging pikes? Oh! I don't think there's enough men here. He actually reacted to that one. I'm genuinely surprised. How's the Pontic Cavalry doing? Yeah. Pontic Royal Guard is doing great. Why did you pull back with the hoplites? Why did you break your formation like that? Oh, they're gonna cut through him now. Yeah, that hoplite's dead now. That was a horrible, horrible misplay. Pikes did not get down fast enough. Bye-bye. Nope, don't run through. Kill the unit. No, what are you doing? Oh my god, you fucking idiot. Now the unit's not going to respond properly. Oh, have fun, Pontus. You're just going to crush. Of course, there's not enough here to be able to win. This is it. This is how it ends. God, fuck me, man. Galatia dropped the fucking ball on that, in my opinion. The biggest misplay for the attackers was that fucking Galatian army at the end. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was lagging. I don't know what that was at the end. Biggest misplay for the defenders was falling back to the inner keep. You let yourself get surrounded by more men when you could have held them at a more condensed location. You let them fully surround you, and you do not have the infantry to defend it. That's just the biggest loss there. Attackers was whatever Galatia did at the end. because he could have crushed them. And he did not let that happen. Yep, this is pretty much the end. He just ran up on the walls. The fight's going to expand. I mean, what? It's just going to be Pontus, I'm assuming, just trying to do as much as they can. Yep, they stopped the charge. Nice. It's exactly what you want to do. Pontus is going to lose a lot of men on this. Yep, they lost 2. They're starting to break. Because their army losses are hidden. Did not get a charge again. I'm sorry, Pontus. That was 2 bad charges. Because he's not trying to charge, he's trying to run. Oh, he's trying to get to the towers. I see what he's doing. Oh, no, they weren't on the wall. Why was it showing as him on the wall? Now this is over.
We understand! For glory!
I mean, they just took the inner keep. I mean, what are you going to do? Yep, there's 1. Now you lose your morale buff. Because just so you know, the capture point gives you a morale buff. Just so you know. Any points, like victory points and capture points, they give you buffs to morale. So losing those units in the area do not get that buff anymore. With that, it is an attacker victory. Despite Paether's here best efforts. Though he did do the best on his team, he had a lot of men left over on that final assault, so he was able to do a lot of damage to the softer units. But, I don't know. He just was not reacting at a lot of points, which kind of screwed his attack over and almost let the defenders win. But let's go over this. Joel is Pontus. 283 on that Pontic Royal Cavalry. That is beautiful. 127 on an Eastern Archer. 134 on a Hoplite. 103 on those Nakeds. Nice. And you have to remember these are smaller unit sizes as well. So kills might not be as high as you're used to because there's 40 men less in each infantry unit on a mainline infantry unit. 120 on the General's Bodyguard. It did well. Honestly, it should not have done as well as it did if Galatia was paying attention. But he was able to do it, so you know what? Props to him. Would have done far better with a noble cavalry, I'll let you know that, Norwegian. Always will. And it's not worth it not to have a weak general to prioritize other infantry. Because if your general is weak, it cannot impact in the late game the same way a stronger general can. That's just my opinion. I know some people are crazy and want to conserve infantry money for their mainline infantry, but it doesn't matter if your general gets fucking swacked. And if you can play it well, you can do it, but most people can't. So congratulations, you were able to play it well. African War Elephants 207. Libyan Pelt is nice. Cretans 105. Libyans 168, 176. 251 for that noble. And Moose's Massilia. 127 on those Gallics. 142 on that Celtic, nice. 156, 133 on those Thorax. Pater Pathray for Galatia, 137 on that Noble Horse, 175 on that Ballista, 117 and 69 kills on those Mercenary Syrians, nice. Legionnaires, 162, 198, 115, 123, 101, 146. No way you weren't going to do well with Legionnaires. They're just a very solid mid-tier. It's hard to see someone do poorly with a lot of their Legionnaires. But then we have Shifters, Lukid, 117 on the Peltis. I don't like Peltis. I think you would have done better with Silver Shields, but he did his job with them. 177, 104 with those Royal Peltis. Thorax, 105. 181. Okay. Pretty standard stuff for the Hillman. Actually, I do have a question. That elephant. 2 chevrons. 2 chevrons on an African War Elephant is impressive. With the amount of men he killed, which many killed a lot of high tiers. Legionary Cohort, 130. 306 on that Praetorian Guard. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. 119 on that Armored Legionnaire, 125. Yeah. And that's the fight. As always, what do you think the biggest downside for each site? What do you think the biggest upside is? Forgot the upsides. Upsides were I like how, honestly, how the defenders, to be honest, handled the first part of that defense. Outside of that side where the Libyan infantry moved up on the wall, I don't think that was needed. And I think that hurt them in the end. But their defense of the wall was very good. They were very good at exploiting gaps and getting behind the enemy a lot of the time. It didn't always work with the Italians, but you did far more damage than you would have done otherwise. I think it was an excellent job there. And with the attackers, I think the initial surround that Galatia did was amazing. That's exactly what you needed to do when the enemy clumps itself into a single point, especially when you have an infantry advantage. Hit as many angles as possible to eliminate the infantry, to just exacerbate that infantry difference that they have. I think on the other side, Galatia should have played far more aggressive on his flank. He let opportunities slip by that would have done a lot more damage than he would have done. He probably could have got over 2,000 kills. And on a fight where he has that little men, that's a big thing to say. But with that, that is the battle done. You all have yourselves a wonderful day. Let me know in the comments if I'm insane or if you agree, or what do you think were the biggest points of contention or positive points. But for now,